Welcome to your first online Excel course. My name is Barak, and today I'll guide you through your first steps in this very useful application. Excel is one of the most important digital tools in the world of work, and you will definitely struggle in finding a job if you do not at least have the basic skills. These skills are exactly what this video is about. After having understood all important topics in this video, you'll be able to accomplish 90% of all relevant Excel tasks that will be given to you in the office. So here is a quick overview for the upcoming video topics. First of all, I'll show you the tabs in Excel and how they support you in your workflow. Afterwards, I explain to you the ribbon, which contains all available tools, of which I explain the most important ones. Number 3 will be about the worksheet and your first steps in it. Now you get to learn about how to add, delete, hide, and freeze a column or a row. Last but not least, I'll give you useful tips on how to create an organized and structured table of all of your supervisors will be satisfied with. Like any other Microsoft Office tool, Excel has different things, which we're going to see. Elements, different parts, which we're going to see right now. So as you can see, this is the first thing you get to, the first display you get to see when you open Excel. But if you haven't opened Excel yet, so we can just show you how to get to this, display. So the first thing you have to do is to come here on the start, or you just click the window, button on your keyboard, or you can just click here, and then you have this search bar. You can just write Excel, right? When you write Excel, you just click enter. You can just click there, and then you have this display, right? So on the left side, you can see we have different documents we saved, and the right side we have different templates, right? So as you can see, this one is not with these ones. So I just pinned this one because I wanted it every time I open Excel, because I want to check on something on it. So if you want to do this to see if you have very many documents and then you want some at the top, you just come here. You can see this one is facing on the left side, but you can just make it face down. You can just click on it, and then when it's face down, this pin, you can have it at the top, right? But if you want to bring it down again, just click on it and then it comes down. This will help you to, in case you have very many documents. So as you can see here, we have very many templates, right? So here we have the blank workbook, and we have monthly budget, and here we have nutrition calculator, and so forth. We have very many templates. You can see mine in Excel. We have seasonal photo calendar. We have different things. These are helpful templates. You can use them later when you're familiar with how Excel works. But for starters, for beginners, it's actually better to learn to start learning from the blank workbook, so that you can know how to add different elements in the workbook, right? So let's just click here on the blank workbook, and then we see how Excel looks when you click there. So you can see here it's how it looks. We have different elements, as you can see, right? So we're going to see different elements, how they work, and a little bit of some practice, right? So as you can see, this tab is for save, as any other Microsoft Office, but Excel has its own unique tabs, right? So these are tabs from file, home, insert, formulas, data, review. These are different tabs that Excel has. And here, tell me what you want to do. You can just come here, and then if you want something, just click here. If you want freeze the top, you click anything you have in your mind. You can you can find an action here or a command, right? So as you can see down, when you click on any tab, you get to see different ribbons, right? So ribbons, actions or command that helps a user to carry different tasks, right? So as you can see here, we can cut anything, we can paste. If you're familiar with Word, these are actually very easy commands, right? So but Excel has its own unique things, which we will cover later. So giving you an example would be like here we have data validation. You can do different things using this ribbon, right? So apart from that, as you can see, we have a filter, and on the chart we have chart. We can do different things. It does depends on what kind of job you're doing or how is your task, right? All right, so as you can see here we have different groups. So as you can see here, we have clipboard. So clipboard is a group of like things here, right? And then we have fonts, it's another group, right? And then we have this, we have numbers, we have style, we have cells, we have editing. So these are groups, right? Yeah, so this part is called formula space. So if you click like on one space here, and then you just type, let's say finger, right? You can see it reads itself here, right? You can see it here. And when you check on the left side here, you can see it's saying D4, right? So letters here represent columns, right? And then numbers represent rows. That's why it says, so where a row and the column meet, it's called a cell. So that's why it's saying D4. So this specific cell is called D4, and if you click here, you can see it's saying F4. So it's a column and a row where they meet. All right, so a combination of cells is called a range, right? So if you do like this is actually a combination of different cells, right? Which is a range, right? So and then this one, this space is called a worksheet. And everything in Excel, everything here, because here you can add another worksheet. You can have 2 worksheets, you can have 3, as many as you want, right? So a combination of all those worksheets is called a workbook, right? All right, so let's get to learn different few things about tables, right? All right, so let's see. So if you want to write like a title, let's say you are tasked to write about shortlisted candidates at afringa. Let's say you can just write afringa. Right, let me just say shortlisted candidates for an accountant position at afringa, right? As you can see, this cell, because this title is actually very long, and when you click like here, you can see it's actually overlapping with these other cells. But to make it look good, you can just come here, just select kind of click and then drag, see, using your mouse, and then when you reach there, just come to alignment group, then click merge and center, right? So when you do like this, it comes as, it creates a space where you can have a title, right? It's kind of extends this cell, right? All right, so let's have categories. Let's say like names, and then we have, let's have a name, and then we have a level of education, right? Or education, and then we have, let's have score, grade scored, maybe you're the interview or something, grade scored, right? Grade scored, and then we have their age, right? Their age, you see. Okay, so you can see this one because it's also too long, it's overlapping. So but we don't want to merge these cells together, but we can just make it visible by just come here and then you click. You see, like this one, this small line is showing you. So making this title visible, just come here, and then when you see this black cursor, and then you just click, left click, and then you drag a little bit like here so that it can be visible, right? Still like this. Then you come here, same thing, right? Alright, so if you want to make this bold, you can just use one of the ribbons here, just bold, you see, it's bold. So I can show you, there's one technique I want to show you. So as you can see, this is bold, but this is not bold. So if you want to make this cell the same as this one, just come here, click, then you come to format painter, you click on it, and then you drag, right? So it will be the same thing. Or you can again do the same. At the top you click and then you format, you just come here to be the same thing, right? Right. And you can see again our things has changed because we made this one looks like the rest, so it's not like the other thing we did. So if you click like here, click here again, you come and then merge again. That's fine because we had made it like these ones. That's why it wasn't like this. I hope you saw that. So here we can just have names. We can have different names. Let's say Barack, right? And then we can have Berry. We can have Berry. We can have Percy, right? Can have okay, let's say Looker, right? Can have different tongue, right? And the scene, right? You can have different things, and then here we can just say BA, and here we have B, yes. These are assumptions, right? Just these are their levels, and here we can have their grades. Let's say this one had 70, right? Sorry about that. 70 here. This is 70, and here it's, let's say 76. So let's assume it was in order, right? So as you can see, there is a difference of 5. So when you click here, there's a very small tip that I want to show you about good one. So when you click and then you drag a little bit until here, up to there, you can see this green dot. So when you come on it with your mouse, you can see your mouse changes. When it changes, you just click again, left click, and then drag down. So when you drag down, it keeps on adding 5 in the next cell, right? So when you continue coming down, you can see, so 75, 80, 80. So we are just assuming so that we can have that technique. So in here, let's say there are edges. Here, let's say it's let's say 35. No, let me say 45, right? And then you say 41. So as you can see, there's a difference of 4 going down, right? It's like, you know, subtraction. And then when you do the same thing, you do like this, and then you drag again, it subtract, you know, 4 going down, right? You can see, right, from 41 to 37. So this is a cool technique, and you can really use it. So as you can see, we've learned that. And there is another thing. So let's say you forgot something, and then this is a very long you know, data set, and then you want maybe to delete something, or you forgot something. Let's say let me do this, right? Let me have this again. Let me see. All right, so let's assume you want to add a row here, right? So you can just come here and click at the end, like here, right? And then you right click, and then you go to insert, right? You can see enter the entire row. Let's click here, enter row, right? Click here, and then you just click. Okay, you can see we've added, right? But if you want to add, let's say, something here up at the top, you click under it. You don't click, let's say you want to add something under looker, a name, a row under looker. You don't click on looker, but you click beneath him, right? So click here, and then you right click, and then you click insert, then enter a row, right? So it comes there. So when you want to add something, when you want to add a row under looker, you just click under looker so that you can add a row above Lutong, right? You get what I'm saying? I don't know if it's confused. So if you want to delete this row, you again just come and click here, and then go to delete. And then when they say shift cells, so these are cells as you've seen, and you can just come here and then delete the entire row. Deletes itself there, right? And then this one too. You delete the entire row. So when you want, let's say you want to delete shifts up, right? You can, when you click here, let's see, you see. So you see, so here you deleted a cell. It's not an entire row. So that's why these names came up, but not the entire thing, like here, right? So, but if you want to delete, let's say this, and then go down again, on the left, let's say delete. When you delete out, it deletes that one, right? So let's do this. Let's see. You see, Barry is gone, right? So let's bring him back. So as you can see, this is what happens when you do that. So, but when you delete the entire everything, you know, is deleted, right? Entire row. So let's say you want to delete these things. You just come here and then drag. You come here, you drag up, right? Then kind of select what you want to delete, and then you come, you delete. You see, it goes there. So, and then if you want to come here again, just come and then delete. You get, all right? So delete. So this is easier, right? So this is actually deleting a column. So, or you can just come and then use your keyboard. There is a delete button there. All right, so let's say you want to add something. Let's say this is a mistake on the tongue. She's not an A, she's, let's say, PhD something, right? You don't, when you click on it, or there is or it has to be something else. So when you click on it once, you can change the entire thing, right? You can just write PhD, right? All right, you see, you can change that, you see. But if you want to delete one single letter there, you can't do that. You can't click once and then you type, you delete, it deletes everything, you see. But if you want to change one single thing, let's say here there was B S something, so you come here, you click, you double click, you see, you can delete using your keyboard, right? Or you can just come here, you click once and then you go to the formula space, you just click there and then you start deleting and then you add what you want to add. You see that? All right, so and again, if you want your table to look nice, because as you can see, these are very faded lines. So you just select everything you want. You just kind of select everything you want to include. All right, so you just kind of select everything you want, you can see, and then go under the font group here, right on the left side. You can see they're kind of a rectangle something, bottom border. So you click on this row and then you select all borders, so you can see your table is selected nicely. And then if you want to see how it looks, you go to here, you go to file and then go to print, right? Click print. We can have a look here. You see how it looks. So those other lines of the around it do not show up when we actually print this document. Yeah, right. So you see, so this is kind of too much for a beginner, but I think it was actually helpful, and you get to learn more as you keep on watching our videos on Afringa Academy.